Hey everybody, welcome to the Blue Collar Beer Gentleman. I'm Topher and I started this channel because I'm a fan of craft beer, but I'm also on a limited budget, and I wanted to demonstrate that it was possible to enjoy good quality beers without having to break the bank. And I'm always looking for the best deal, and today I found a good deal, and I wasn't really even necessarily looking for it to be a good deal. And the reason for that is, this is another one of the Black is Beautiful series, put out by independent craft brewers. This is the Black is Beautiful done by Boneyard Beer. Boneyard Beer is an independent craft brewer out of Bend. I will show you the logo here. Nancy will probably put the logo up on the screen. But suffice to say, when you see the upside down beer bottle with the word independent in there, you know you're drinking a good microbrewed beer. Anyway, Boneyard is, as I said, located here in Oregon, down in Bend, which is about 150 miles southeast of Portland. This is the second... This is actually, yes, the second Black is Beautiful beer that I've had from the series. The first one being from Tenaya Creek. I had that in a growler. That video is also available, and I'll go ahead and I'll put a link down in below in the description to that. This beer is, at the time of this recording, less than 2 months old, and most importantly, let's get to the meat and bones of this. Black and Beautiful, as I said, is part of the series. Those of us who remember the 70s remember very well Black is Beautiful being emblazoned on any number of things. I do in specific. And very recently we lost a Black is Beautiful icon, Cicely Tyson. So I'll definitely be pouring a little on the ground for Miss Tyson, for her. And this particular brewer has decided to give their funds to Central Oregon Black Leaders Assembly. Now, I did not do my homework. I don't know who or exactly or what they are, but that's where the money is going. A lot of the other breweries, for example, I believe, I'm almost certain, and don't hold me to this, but I'm almost certain Tenaya Creek was giving their money to UNCF. I'm almost positive. I paid $3.99 for a pint can, and for $4 for a pint can of craft beer is not a bad price at all. And I picked that up from my friends at Belmont Station, which is located at 4500 Southeast Stark, here in Portland, Oregon. And this is actually the last of the Belmont Station beers that I'll be having for a while. This beer has a 9% ABV. Typically an Imperial Stout comes between 8 and 12%, so it's actually a little bit on the low end for ABV. IBUs not available. And I did note on the can, as well as the website, it says hosted by Weathered Souls Brewing Company, and they're out of San Antonio. Now, Boneyard, I'm fairly certain, has their own machinery and their own brewery equipment. If they did it, you know, if it was some sort of collaborative effort with a San Antonio brewer who they have a kinship with, and that sounds pretty groovy too. I'm just not exactly sure why Weathered Souls hosted them or what Weathered Souls is about. I have to assume that they're also a craft brewer as well. Amongst the reviewing community, 0 of my friends on Untappd have reviewed this beer or rated it. 69 of us altogether on Untappd have given it a cumulative score of 4.0, so that ain't bad at all. Nothing on Beer Advocate. I could tell you Beer Advocate scores for other Boneyard beers, but not this one. Because it is a limited series, I'm not altogether surprised. I'm really not. So I'm going to go ahead and crack it open. I'm going to be using my Teku glass because this is an Imperial Stout, and I need the flared top towards the end to catch the vapors off of the extra alcohol. And this is pouring not overly carbonated. So I'm going to describe that as a medium-low carbonation. I do see the bubbles popping up, but they're not in multitudes. Not quite as much lacing as I was expecting for a 9% ABV, but I mean there is some there, but not a substantial amount. This is more of a very dark brown, a dark chocolate brown as opposed to a full-on black. I'm going to give this a quick beard wipe, see what I encounter. Honestly, I had a big hop profile, lots and lots of hops, which is kind of surprising for a stout, but let me stick my schnoz in directly, see what else I can get. Getting a chocolate cherry smell is actually what I get, a chocolate cherry cordial. If you remember those with the little liqueur surrounding the cherry and then the chocolate shell around those, that's exactly the aroma that I'm getting from this beer. And even just a hint of nuttiness. So I think I'm going to quit talking and I'm going to start drinking because this seems like the kind of beer I should definitely dig into. First day with this tongue, sorry. First impressions, definitely there is a noticeable alcohol burn, but it's not overly noticeable. I'm going to describe that still as a medium-low mouthfeel, though. Not a lot of spikiness to it. The flavors are very mellow. This is almost like an aged... I can't believe this is less than 2 months old, because this tastes like an aged beer. It really has the sort of roundness that you would expect from a barrel-aged beer. I'm very impressed with how quickly an Imperial Stout could have this sort of mellow tones, but I'm getting a very rich toffee flavor. That cherry cordial smell that I was getting before, I'm not really getting. I was getting it on the aroma, but I'm not really picking it up on the tongue. Instead, I'm getting more of a very, very rich Heath bar. Like, imagine putting a Heath bar over a campfire for about an hour. That's what the taste I'm sort of getting. And the hops are coming through very clearly too, and that's not often the case with Imperial Stouts. So anyway, I think I'm probably going to give this beer... I know I've been giving a lot of beers to... a lot of high scores to beers lately, but I got to tell you, the beers up in Portland, they're amazing, and there's so many of them. I think this beer, on its own, honestly deserves a 4.5. It's going to get the extra 0.25 for coming in a can. It's going to get a near-perfect score of 4.75 on Untapped for me. And real quick, I'm going to do this on the screen. Miss Tyson, we love you. And that's for you. And I will be cleaning that up off the sidewalk later, so nobody needs to worry. But that's for Cicely. Great actress, great lady. Classy lady, beautiful lady. Black is beautiful. If you are here in the greater Portland area, I don't know that they're going to have a wide distribution for this beer because it's such a limited thing. And quite honestly, you really should be drinking local when it comes to this series. You should be trying to find your local craft brewer and making sure that they're participating in this worthy cause. Well guys, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget about my other channel, Fat 50 and Running a Marathon. And until next time, drink good beer and don't break the bank doing it. Cheers.